The March of Dimes is all about helping mothers and babies have healthy and full-term pregnancies. We try to prevent premature birth, birth defects, and infant mortality. And we do research, community programs, education, and advocacy to try to make sure that all babies are being born healthy. And the March of Dimes was actually started in 1938 to cure polio. Once we funded the finding of the vaccine, we actually kind of shifted missions to then support preterm birth, birth defects. We had built this great foundation and framework for community grassroots fundraising when we changed our mission to all babies, not just those that developed polio. In North Central Florida, the March of Dimes has been around for about 44 years now. In recent history, we have raised more money per capita than anywhere else in the country. What the community is investing into us, we're really investing back into the community as well.
Like most moms who are expecting their first child, we expected us to have a very normal course with our pregnancy, and yet for reasons we don't know, my daughter Autumn came into the world 3 months early. The brain is not fully developed, lungs are not fully developed, and it's a journey that no one signs up for when you're about to become a parent. Luckily for us, the March of Dimes was there to hold her hand through that journey. Not only does the March of Dimes, as a wonderful national nonprofit, raise much needed funds for life-saving technology, they also provide an amazing family support system in NICUs around the country. The NICU stands for Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. So we're talking little tiny babies in isolates or incubators.
We have a staff person in the hospital that actually kind of bridges the gap between healthcare providers and the families. Many times these families are transplanted from South Georgia, South Florida, so we have a staff person right in the hospital that's able to ease some of the pain of having a preterm baby and make the transition into being in a hospital for sometimes weeks or months at a time. They just try to make it a little bit easier.
The 109 days my daughter was in the NICU, one day she was on a ventilator, the next day she was doing okay. The next day she had pneumonia.
This has really been able to provide a source of comfort and relief for families. They have to worry about as little as possible while they're here in their NICU stay. We try to make sure that we're providing for them in any way we can. If we're able to provide meals for them, you know, that's one less thing that they have to pay for.
I don't know what we would have done. The March of Dimes just knew all the answers. For example, we arrived to see our daughter for the first time. I wasn't prepared. There was no suitcase packed. At that time, we didn't have our camera charged and ready to go before iPhones. So they had a little bag for us, and they had a disposable camera. They had a toothbrush. They were there at critical moments, and they were even there at moments that weren't so critical, but just to say, we're here for you.
March for Babies is really a fun and exciting event. I like to call it an 8.5-mile street party to actually show people what our mission does. So we have a portion of the walk called Ambassador Avenue, where we actually bring families who've been affected by the mission of the March of Dimes, thank our walkers, and give them high fives and encouragement as they're walking by.
The walk here is amazing. We've been members of Ambassador Avenue now for 7 years, and we're really proud of that.
We also have a portion called Memory Mile. There also are those families that don't make it. That's a reality, and that's really what the March of Dimes is helping to prevent. We also have a fall event that happens on the University of Florida's campus. It's called Gators March for Babies.
Everyone wants to see a baby born healthy and happy, which is what the mission is for the March of Dimes. Then I can't think of a better way to want to fundraise.
Being a sponsor is definitely a worthwhile investment into not just the March of Dimes and the community, but into the future of mothers and babies as well. You can get involved through marchforbabies.org or marchofdimes.com.
My daughter, who was once a very tiny little 1 pound, 10-ounce preemie, is now a very happy, healthy, rambunctious, strong-willed 6-year-old who just finished kindergarten. And again, we have the March of Dimes to thank for her healthy outcome.